I'm Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. I spend my life going around the world trying to help people find out how to change what they don't think it's possible to change, and realizing they have choices that a few people on the planet have. Everybody has a weird crap about money. Everybody goes, I don't have enough money. How many people do you hear that say, I have too much money? Zero. I definitely don't have enough money. If you never have enough, but always too much to spend, you are always in a create mode, never in a destructive mode. And what people do is they use money as a create, or they use it as a destruction, but 90% of people use it as a destruction. Carry money with you at all times. Oh, I have the wrong jacket on, I had it all in the other jacket, but I still have a bit in my pocket. $200, $250, $300, $400 is not enough. See, I try to carry with me at all times $1,500, because if I have $1,500, I know I'm not poor. Do I spend it all? No. And it's like, but I know that if I have that, I will get more, and I know that I don't have to spend it. And it's like I told a friend of mine, I said, it's like I will always carry $2,000 with me anywhere. And she went to visit her father, who was in the hospital, who was a billionaire. And he took off his robe and $2,000 fell out of his pocket. And she went, oh my God, my father thinks the way you do. Good, that means I'm going to be a billionaire someday. I know, but French people want to believe they have to be poor. You're not poor, but it's like you're not willing to have money, but you're rich in some of the greatest things that exist in the world. And in Paris, yeah, poor? Where? Every building is rich with history, and it's like, and every street is rich in choices. It's like you have a richness in your country that few countries have. If you want to be poor, go to Bangladesh. Then you begin to see what poor is. You can't be poor and live in France. And all you're doing is pretending you're poor when you live in France and go, I have no money. Stop whining. Work. That's not a mantra. It's a question. When you ask, how does it get any better than this? Things change. The bad gets better and the good gets greater. Always ask, how does it get any better? The universe tries to show you. I mean, the universe is like, it's this great gift that we have, and we go, no. And in reality, we have to say, how does it get any better than this? And when you ask that, it changes everything in your life. Well, the thing is, the universe is actually desiring of taking care of us. Are you willing to be taken care of? Or do you have only certain ways you will be taken care of? When you ask the world, the universe, a question, it will try to show you how that becomes a reality. The universe is our friend. It's a gift. It's something that, hate to say this, but it's sort of like God gave us. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, so it's similar to, but different than. It's like, the Buddhists think that we should be of the world, but not in it. And I agree with that. But the thing is, if you don't ask a question, you can't be outside of it. So you end up in this reality by not asking a question or by coming to conclusion. And a question takes you out of this reality and creates a different possibility. It's a choice. You trap yourself if you decide this is the only reality you have. But if there was another reality, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 100, and that's the way I believe. But every day changes my reality. But there are hundreds of realities that we can choose from if we question. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know who we're asking it of, but I know that the universe is our friend. And, it's like when I grew up, I learned that God was my enemy. He would only answer my prayers if I was good, and I was never good, so he never answered my prayers. Until one day, I told him I would believe in him if the stallion I wanted to get up from Costa Rica was able to make it into the United States. And he got into the United States. So now I believe in God. Prior to that, wasn't sure. You can worship any God you love. God is each person's creation and each person's desire, and they need to choose it for them. 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the evening, or any time that things don't seem to be working, and the results occur. My oldest son was a drug addict, and he took my car and he disappeared for all night. And I'd already told him that I was going to send him away to a drug program if he messed up again. But he'd also trashed 2 cars already, his cars. Now he had my car. I didn't want my car trashed. So I went to bed and I started saying, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory, over and over and over and over and over again. And about, it's like, and every time I heard a car door, I would get up and it wasn't him. And then at 7 o'clock in the morning, he walked in the door. I can't do it on my own, I need a drug program. Now, I'd sent him to 5 drug programs beforehand. None of them worked. And I sent him away to this final one, and it worked. And today he's alive, because he would have been dead if he'd have continued to drink and do drugs the way he did. No, first time I called every prayer line I knew. I called everybody who was smarter than me, I thought, or anybody who had a better idea than me. So finally, I had no choice. Yes, all kinds of results. And it's like it's different for every person. I have a lady who I met her, and she was so depressed she couldn't keep her head up. She had 2 children that she couldn't pay any attention to. She had millions of dollars, and yet her life was hideous. And today, she travels around the world doing classes. She laughs all the time. And her kids are happy. They're leaders in among their friends. And they're always looking at how they can create greater possibility for themselves and others. I've had people who came who had brain tumors. And after doing access, the brain tumors were gone. That's not possible. I don't care what they say, as long as I get a change. The one thing I've discovered about cancer is that if you have cancer, I got a 50-50 chance of changing it, because it's your choice to get it. I had a good friend who had cancer, and I asked her the question, what are you dying to get out of? She said, my relationship. And I said, so how about you get a divorce? She said, no, I don't want him to get any of my money. So she died and he got all of her money. But my point of view is death is always a choice. So choose. You want to live? You want to die? People choose to die. They choose illness. A lot of people think I'm crazy, and I am. But I get results. I channeled all this information years ago. I was trying to be really good. I wanted to be a dramatic channel. People would come to see it, bow down to me. The channel I had said, shut up, get to work. And so I have spent the last 25 years, discovering techniques that can help people achieve what they desire with continuing elements of ease. Well, it's like what I did is I asked the money bar to run every night as I went to sleep. I was bad with money. And one night something happened, and after that I've never thought about money. And no, I won't tell you what happened. You have to do it so it happens to you. That every molecule has consciousness in it. If we look at a chemical or a molecule or anything, it will change. Fire our attention on it. I think we're powerful. And I think most of us don't get the power we have. And as a result, we choose pathetic way too often and make our lives less than what they have to be or what they can be. I know that I will tap into what the universe tells me, but I don't know whether that's what a pure medium is. I know that every molecule in the world talks to me, and I listen. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. First of all, I've met very few shamans that I thought were real, but most of them do bullshit. I have a very strange point of view, which is that you're an infinite being and you have all choices. And my point of view is, for the most part, God is a definition you learn or use to justify what you cannot be. Choose. Thank you.